everybody, today I'm going to be doing my November wrap-up and my December TBR. If I sound really funky today, it's because I have a cold. Boo. But that does not let me film videos for you guys, does it now? So this past month I went to Scotland and I was there for about 3 weeks and I brought 7 books with me. Out of those 7 books, I read 1. I'm the queen of overpacking, guys. I get that title. But it's okay because I did read books before I left for Scotland. I did read books after I came back from Scotland. So I did read quite a few books this month, so let's get into it and then discuss what I shall be reading in the month of December. So the first book I read in the month of November was Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. This book does not come out until January, but I read it to review it. This past month, my review is up now, so if you want to go check it out. After that, I've been on a Jack the Ripper kick because I find him fascinating. That sounded really creepy. I do not find him fascinating. I find the history of him fascinating, and this is not working out well. I'm just digging myself into a hole. Very deep hole. But I like Jack the Ripper. That doesn't sound good either. I enjoy the historical backing of Jack the Ripper, not his murders, but of the mystery behind Jack the Ripper. Sounds good, right? But I've been really on a Jack the Ripper kick recently, and I read Stalking Jack the Ripper a few months ago. I think it was actually in October, so not really a few months ago. A month ago, Sasha, come on, do the math. But I read that book, and it was my favorite book I read this year so far, and it was just so good! So I, of course, decided to pick up another Jack the Ripper type book, and that is The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson, which is part of the Shades of London series that she has. I love this book. It was so much fun. It was hilarious. It was intriguing. It was mysterious. And was all around just a genuinely great book. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It follows the story of this girl, and she has to move from Louisiana to London to go to boarding school because her family got a job in Bristol, and so she went to boarding school in London. And while she's at boarding school, a string of Jack the Ripper-like murders starts happening, and she has something to do with it, not directly, but she attracts the attention of said killer. So if you want to know more, read the book. It's a really good book though. I really enjoyed it, and I've been waiting to get the second book for a while, and I just remembered that I need to go buy it. It should be a great system. You think of a book that you want, and said book arrives at your house a few minutes later. The future, man, it's looking bright. The next book I read was Virgins by Diana Gabaldon, and this book is a novella from Jamie's point of view, Jamie and Ian's point of view, his friend. And it's about them and their ventures in France after Jamie gets whipped by Blackjack Randall and before he meets Claire. So it's about his adventures there and going on a job with the French army, and it's very interesting and I really liked it. It was definitely not like an amazing novella, but it was actually pretty decent. It was really fun to read. It was very quick, but something I did not notice when I bought this book, I still recommend that you guys get it because it is not the price of a hardcover. It's about $7, I think. But when I got this book, guys, when I got it, I thought that this whole entire thing was the novella, so I'm like, that's a decent sized novella. Then I was confused as to why, like, the first part of the book said like Virgins at the top and then the second part said Outlander. They literally put the first 2 chapters of Outlander into this book to make it look longer. What? I'm okay with that though. You know, Diana Gabaldon can have my money. I gave that a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then the next book, which is the Utopia book club book of the month for November. But this is our book that is sponsored by Simon & Schuster and is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. This is a science fiction, futuristic story, and it is so good. So when I went into this book, I did not know much about it, so I don't want to do too much of a summary because you want to go in it a little bit vaguely. Because the summary on the back does not give a lot away, that's for sure. But it's like a diabolic is ruthless, a diabolic is powerful, a diabolic has a single task: kill in order to protect the person you've been created for. So that's what I'm gonna leave you at because that's what I left myself at, and it is so good. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Woo! Okay guys, so the next books are gonna be the books I plan on reading in December, and the first one I am so excited for. I'm so excited when I got it in the mail. I was like freaking out because this is the one series I will follow till the end. Well, I'll follow a couple other series to the end, but this is like the #1 book series I will follow till the end. It's just so good. And some people don't like it, some people love it. I'm one of the people who adore it. And that is the 5th book in the Fallen Kingdom series, which is Crystal Storms by Waukegan Rd. And oh my gosh, this book has been on my TBR highest anticipated read of this year for like ever. So I cannot wait to jump into the next part of the story and find out what shall happen at the end because I am very nervous. I really genuinely just love this book series. It's so freaking good. It's very high fantasy and it's done super well. So I'm pumped to read this book. Yes, I am. The next book I plan on reading is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. This is the next book I shall be reading in the Harry Potter series since it's the first time I'm reading this series, and I know that sounds insane, but I am so excited because I've been loving it. So I've been reading them for the past year because a lot of people are like, Sasha, why don't you just like read it all at once? Why don't you just marathon it? It's It's so good. You love it. Why don't you just do that? Well, human, let me just tell you a little something. I don't want this story to be over within like a month. I want to elongate it as long as I can because it is just that great, and so many people have read it over the course of like 7-8 years. No, it was more years, right? Still sticking to my point, a lot of people read this over the course of years, not like a month, and I kind of want to do the same, but not as long, but I want to at least wait like a while so I do not finish it all in one swing because it's such a good series and I don't want it to end. I don't, so I'm restricting myself from reading them all at once. It's been difficult, but I've been doing well, so this is the second to last book in the series. I cannot wait to start it. And lastly, I shall be reading the second book in this series that I'm about to share with you, and that is The Winner's Crime by Marie Rutowski, and this is the second book in the Winner's Curse trilogy. And so I've heard great things about the next two books. I read the first one, cannot wait to start on the second one because Lindsay, especially, who's my co-author of Zenith, she has been obsessed with this series and I want to give it another go because the first time I read it I was impressed, but she said that like the next book is even better than the first, so that makes me want to read it even more. December is just like the month for like high fantasy, science fiction, just like out of worldly things that really transports you out of this world and puts you in another world because you know you have time to read this month, so why don't you read and get transported to another land? It's just cool and I'm really excited. Even though I do that every single month of the year, I do it even more so in the winter. Let me know what you'll be reading this month. I would love to know. If you want to check out any of these books, I'll be linking them all down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My username is @SashaAlsberg. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!